That's what really means a lot to me. This is fueled on competition, and I'm so glad that it's...
Lamont, Roach and Gervonta Davis have been at the center of controversy since the final bell rang. From Gervonta Davis' knee to Roach seemingly outclassing him in the ring. Now the fight has escalated beyond boxing, with legal battles entering the mix. Roach is convinced he was robbed and appears determined to expose the truth while humbling Gervonta Davis' process. Is everything you need to know.
That was saying that this is a really tough fight. Like, Lamont Roach is a serious fighter. I said it might not be the biggest profile fight, but it's actually quite a tough fight. And Shakur said to me, like, even the day before, I'm telling you, he's going to have big trouble tomorrow night. And I just feel like hopefully this could be the little something that gives Gervonta a little wake-up call to take him back to the mindset.
Roach delivered a performance that left fans and analysts questioning everything they once believed about Gervonta Davis. His power, speed, and dominance. None of it was on display the way it had been in the past. Instead, it was Roach who dictated the pace, landed the cleaner shots, and exposed vulnerabilities in the former undefeated champion. From the opening rounds, it was clear Roach wasn't just there to survive. He was there to take control. As the fight progressed, he only grew stronger. But what truly stood out wasn't just Roach's ability to compete. It was what Gervonta Davis himself said during the fight that raised eyebrows.
And after everything, walking back to the locker room with you and your team, tell me how that moment was.
I was pissed. I found myself getting like a little upset, but I shook it off. I got a lot of great people in my corner telling me that I don't need to have my head down, that I perform well. You know, they just uplifted me, because I ain't gonna lie, I don't like...
Roach revealed that throughout the fight, he and Gervonta Davis exchanged words. But one particular comment from Gervonta Davis, the later rounds, stuck with him. It almost felt Gervonta Davis already knew what the decision would be, regardless of what happened in the ring. When we were talking in the 12th round, I think it was the 12th or 11th, Gervonta said something that caught me off guard. Roach recalled. He was like, "You ain't gonna win." I asked, "Why not?" "What are you talking about?" And he said, "They ain't gonna give it to you." That moment left Roach questioning everything. Gervonta Davis already knows something. Was the outcome predetermined before the final bell even rang? Because when the decision was announced as a draw, it was exactly what Gervonta Davis had predicted.
Oh, something funny? When we was talking in like the 12th round, I think the 12th or 11th, we was talking right? But he like, "You ain't gonna win." I said, "Why not?" "What you talking about?" He like, "They ain't gonna give it to you." I said, "Oh, is that right?" So, you know, that's how boxing works.
Roach wasn't the only one who sensed something was off. Fans watching the fight live immediately took to social media, voicing their disbelief. The majority had Roach winning, while some saw it as a close fight. Even those who Gervonta Davis' benefit of the doubt admitted that Roach had done enough to secure the victory. I'm not totally upset. I figured with a superstar, you wouldn't get too much on paper, but I damn sure thought I had it. Roach admitted. Especially when they announced the score for him. I was like, oh, they're going to give me a split decision. I really thought it was coming. But as soon as I heard that 114 to 114, I was just...
I don't want to say that's the blueprint. I just think that, you know, that my plan unfolded.
Things are escalating quickly. Roach and his team aren't just letting this go. They're taking legal action. They've officially filed a complaint with the NYSAC, challenging the decision and demanding justice. Roach has made it clear that he won't back down. Justice must be served. That was my night. I did what I do best, and I deserve what's mine, Roach stated firmly. His legal team is pushing hard, and their complaint includes some shocking allegations. According to reports, Roach's lawyers have presented multiple claims that could potentially overturn the fight's outcome entirely.
Check the blockchain, check it for a big withdrawal around maybe 30 minutes after this fight. No shot. Somebody put the house on draw and just got a like 22x, something like that. A draw? The mathematical anomaly to have a draw with 3 different refs across what, 11 rounds? It's a mathematical...
Roach's legal team is building their case on 3 major points, each of which could significantly impact the final decision. His first key argument revolves around the controversial 9th round knockdown that wasn't counted. Roach's team insists that the referee's failure to acknowledge it directly affected the judges' scorecards, ultimately costing Roach a rightful victory. They argue that had the knockdown been properly recorded, Roach would have won the fight outright. This claim is backed by several boxing analysts and fans who reviewed the footage and concluded that Gervonta Davis have been given a mandatory count. The second argument is even more explosive. Roach's team is calling for Gervonta Davis disqualified for allegedly bringing hair gel into the ring. They claim this gel, which Davis later blamed for his vision issues in round 9, qualifies as an illegal irritant. According to their complaint, no foreign substances are allowed in a fight, especially those that could interfere with a fighter's performance. This, they argue, should be grounds for an automatic disqualification. Given these allegations, Roach's team has presented 3 possible outcomes for the commission to consider. First, they are pushing for a TKO victory for Roach, citing Davis voluntarily removing himself from the fight by taking a knee. Second, they argue Gervonta Davis should be disqualified for using an illegal irritant, which would result in another TKO win for Roach. Lastly, they demand the scorecards be corrected to reflect the missed knockdown, an adjustment that, in their view, would rightfully award Roach a decision victory.
Punching output can be raised and things like that. Can be better than 32 punches? That's ridiculous. I think so.
All right, so throw 40, maybe you get him out of there quicker and you can go home.
Fans remain divided, some backing Roach, others standing by Gervonta Davis. This has escalated far beyond a simple fight result. It's now a full-scale legal battle, and the NYSAC is under intense pressure to respond. If Roach's appeal is successful, this could become one of the most shocking fight overturns in boxing history. Meanwhile, Gervonta Davis has largely stayed silent on the controversy, but the tension is undeniable. If the decision is overturned, it could leave a permanent stain on his record. For a fighter who has built his legacy on being undefeated and untouchable, an official loss, especially under these circumstances, would be a massive blow. At the same time, fans are already demanding a rematch. The first fight had everything: intensity, controversy, and elite-level boxing. Now, with this legal battle unfolding outside the ring,
Shocked, I'll be honest. Lamont was very good in that pocket. Yeah, he got hit with some clean shots, but so did Tank. Tank was backed up by Lamont Roach at multiple points in that fight. Lamont landed clean shots on Tank, was able to time Tank. Tank's usually the one timing other.
A second fight would be even bigger. But this isn't just about settling a dispute. It's about proving once and for all who the better fighter is. Roach knows what he accomplished that night. He knows he delivered the performance of his life and believes he rightfully won. Now, with the world watching, he's determined to ensure the record reflects the truth, whether through legal action or a rematch. One thing is clear: this story is far from over.
Shakur Stevenson said that if you can't get the rematch, he has a championship fight waiting for you. What do you think about that?
That's why I love him. Genuine speaking, man, that's what I want to do. I want to fight the best fights. Like I said, hopefully we can get the rematch. If not, more than likely we can get in there with Shakur because, we already talked.
At the center of this controversy is WBA President Gilberto Mendoza, who has acknowledged that the fallout from this fight is too big to ignore. Mendoza has hinted that an immediate rematch might be the only way